Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Everybody, and welcome to Wednesday nights on Project CARS 2. Sorry, let me start again. That wasn't a good start to the stream, was it? Hello everybody, and welcome to the Project CARS 2 Ginetta GT5 Leagues on a Wednesday night. This is the filler league that is going to happen whilst the sign-ups for GT3 will be happening. So we have the GT3 Leagues, which run at 10 for 10 weeks, and then we have a filler league. Last time it was the touring cars, but this time it's going to be a lot different, and it's going to be Ginetta's GT5s. And to be honest, the Ginetta is one of my favourite cars in Project CARS 2, so I'm absolutely very excited to commentate on this one. And I absolutely love the layouts of what the races are going to be for tonight, so I hope you will enjoy as much as we are. So today we are at Brands Hatch Indy, which is the smaller version of the track than the full version of Brands Hatch. It is one of the world's most iconic sporting venues, and it's to hold a lot of sporting events. The short version of the circuit is 1.28 miles, with the first race being in 1958 in BTCC. So it definitely brings a lot of action. So we are going to go quickly and kick off with some action right now for you. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. So altogether in the leagues we have 13 drivers on the Xbox One platform signed up for this 4-week league. I'll go through the calendar just after qualifying. So basically, just like the normal GT3 leagues, there will be a 10-minute qualifying where they will be expected to set a qualifying lap. The fastest time will start on pole position, and then that's what's going to be different to GT3. So the GT5 Ginetta, after qualifying, is a 20-minute sprint race. So basically what the sprint race is basically just 20 minutes. It's just a normal race, but 20 minutes full of action, which I think is going to be really cool because it sets the drivers apart from the rest. And after that, there'll be a 40-minute sprint race, and the starting order will be what it is in reverse. So whoever finished last and did not retire starts first in that main race basically. But if they DNF in the sprint race, they will start at the towards the back of the grid for the main race. So that is the rules. I hope you guys understand it. It's a layout that I particularly enjoy, so very interesting to see. So I'm going to introduce you to the 10 drivers we have on offer. So some of them do ring a bell because they've been on other leagues as well in Project CARS 2. I hope the sound audio is okay as well. So we got Rainbow that is racing tonight. Now Rainbow has they all got the same car obviously because that's what they'll be doing, but they've chosen different liveries. They are Rainbow's representing Vane Racing Team livery, and their team is actually quite long. I'm not actually going to pronounce it. And his teammate for tonight is TR Dutchman, which is in the other blue livery, which I absolutely love. It's actually really cool. Our next driver today, who is second currently, it is Dave Alex, who is representing OTL Racing Team, and we'd like to wish him the best of luck. And he's got his green livery, Barlow's Racing Team, which looks pretty cool. I don't think he has a teammate. I don't think so. We're going to move straight on. So next we've got iBluffer, who's representing Team Misfits with the livery Team Shoal Zone, and I absolutely love what they've chosen for that. And I do believe there's no team for that, no teammate for that either. So move on to the next driver. We've got Ollie, also known as True UK Master 22. Now, because I am a rubbish at pronouncing his gamer tag, you will now know him from now on as Ollie, because that's what he's told me to do in leagues I've commentated for him before, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So, he is racing in AOR Security Racing, and his teammate, who some of you may know from the F1 leagues, is TR Bosley. So they are going to be teammates, and they don't have a team name as of yet, but their livery is AOR Security Racing, which looks pretty cool, to be honest. So that is the case for that. And we've got Dubersky, who hasn't got a specific livery, but is raced. But I think he's got Barlow's livery as well, so absolutely like that. And we've got Willie Blackhammer, who is representing DP Racing, and his teammate is Mr. Rough Up, which I don't think he's here tonight. But we've got two more. So we've got VX Grimo, or I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just say VX for now. And our final driver for tonight is, well, for the season, for the 4-week season, is some of you may know him for Split 1 of the Xbox One F1 leagues. And he decided to take a leap into Project Cars 2, which is very good, and it is TR Pinecone, who has done very well in the F1 leagues in the past, and hopefully he will do very well in the leagues for this 4 weeks. So only 10 drivers racing tonight. We're meant to be having 13, so I don't know where the other 3 drivers are, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So I'm going to just see, there's a few people in the chat right now, which I'm going to go and give shout outs to. We've got Leon the Sick One, we've got On the Limit Community Racing, we've got Prime Lab 808 Studios, who's listening, well, watching, Helen, who's watching as well, Nayad, Bozic, apologies if I say your name wrong, and Smoking Puppy, who is watching as well. So if you want to get involved in the chat, guys, please let me know. So our current poll time is a 50.3 set by Rainbow, an astonishing lap time so far. So you could expect to possibly have poll time to be a lot higher than that, possibly a 49. So we could see people reaching into that, but we're still in the early stages of qualifying with 3 minutes to go. And for the Ginetta GT5, there's only one tyre, which is the slick tyres because of the weather conditions, and stops only need to be made if someone might have damage. So we've got to be careful about that. And it's just absolutely glorious, this track, and it looks like to be an overcast qualifying and clouds in the race as well, so it should be interesting to see about that. So I'm not sure why the other 3 drivers are not here tonight, but I don't have a clue. But we've got 10 drivers that are willing to give some action, so I'm very looking forward to it nonetheless. So Brands Hatch definitely brings a place in my heart. My mum and dad went to I think it was the BTCC about nearly a month ago, and they really enjoyed it, and it was really fun. They actually went camping there, and it's just an awesome track. And I've seen pictures of them being there, and I think it's my dream to actually go there. So to actually commentate on Brands Hatch is going to be awesome. And just to let you know, the real life qualifying lap record around this track set by the BTCC cars is Tom Ingram with a 47.9. But obviously these Ginettas can be a bit slower than the normal car, the cars that they were racing there. And the race lap record was a 48.8 set by Matt Neal in 2011. So the point system for Xbox Tier 1 for this league works as follows. So if you win a race, you get 26 points. If you come second, you get 21 points. Third, 17 points. Fourth, 15 points. Fifth, 13 points. Sixth, 11 points. Seventh, 10 points. Eighth, 9 points. Ninth, 8 points. 10, 7 points. 11, 6 points. 12, 5 points. 13, 4 points. And I think that's it, because there is only about 13 drivers at the moment. So we're going to see how everyone else is doing. And David is actually sitting P2, Rainbow in first, with a 52, so 50.2, I mean. The times are shaping up to be very close, so this is expecting to be a very close tier. They are mixability, since the fact we've only had about 13 drivers that are signed up, but they are all very close ability due to the fact that these Ginettas are the same car They have the same engine. I think it's a Ford engine, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So they definitely have an equalness of power by the looks of things. So all the top 6, oh wait, the top 7, top 8 are separated by 7/10 per second. That is absolutely incredible. Pinecone doing well on his debut for Project Cars 2. He's currently sitting in P3 at the moment, so it's looking very impressive for him, with Willie Blackhammer sitting in P4, Dutchman in P5, Ollie in P6, Dabursky in P7, iBluff A, I absolutely love that game of tag, by the way, not gonna lie. Anyway, iBluff A in P8, Bosley in P9, and VX in P10. So qualifying has just finished. I'm gonna see if Dave can improve his time and get into the 49s. No, he can't, so we can't see our lap time. I think Willie Blackhammer is looking to improve on his lap time as well, so we have to wait and see what happens for that one. We'll just keep our eyes on the prize, as it were, for that. Let's see if he gets a lap time improved. He is in P3, so he's improved ever so slightly. Let's see how Bluff A, I think Bluff A is the only one I think improving, but he's slowing down. Yep, he's slowing down. Let's see. Ollie's slowing down as well. Willie Blackhammer is black in the pit. So your current pole sitter for the sprint race is Rainbow, and you can see the sector times. They are incredibly close indeed. So a 51 was set by Rainbow, with Dave in P2, Willie Blackhammer in P3, Ollie in P4, Pinecone in P5, and the standings just went as I had a chance to see it. So, but luckily I went through it beforehand, so you know a bit more about it beforehand. So just like the normal Project Cars League, there is going to be a formation lap. It's going to be a rolling start, which I'll explain in a minute. But right now, whilst we're waiting for it to start, I will go through the calendar for this 4-week filler season. So here it is. We've got the 4-week calendar for you. So today, obviously, we are at Brands Hatch Indy, and it's going to be light overcast for race 1 and light cloud for race 2. In round 2, we are in Oschersleben. I apologize if I say this wrong, but hey ho. So that will be next week. In round 3, we'll be in Catalonia National, and on the 19th of September, and on the 26th of September, we are in the track that I know most from the F1 games, Coto National in the USA, and you can see that in the background as well. So there's your calendar for the 4-week season then, and we are just about to get underway for the formation lap. Now basically the countdown is happened, but they have to wait, but looks like Dave didn't choose to wait there, so he missed a bit of the formation start, so they weren't chose to wait. But once they waited for that 5 seconds, it is the leader, Rainbow, that goes at a speed at around about 80 miles per hour, 120 kilometers an hour. And they will do that until they get to a certain formation point. And once they get to a certain formation point, they will reduce the speed to about 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers an hour. And then they'll race, and they'll get to a 2x2 formation, but it does depend also on the track layout as well. And then once they get to the formation point, then they'll start to go in a 2x2 formation, and then they'll go to the start-finish straight, and then it'll be up to our race leader, Rainbow, to floor it, and that will signify the start of the race. So that is how the rolling start is going to work. And we've got Joshua, who is in the chat today, so massive shout out to you, as everyone is starting to get into their formation right now. I hope you're all hyped for this Ginetta GT5 season as much as I am. The filler seasons always bring out something special because they want to show what they are made of. But we're about to begin the first round of the Ginetta GT5 sprint race, and lights out, and away we go. And Rainbow's got a very good start, with Dave not that far behind, but we got some people under pressure at the back. We got some midfield runners that are going there. We got Dabrowski along with Dutchman fighting it out for position there, and Pinecone is under pressure as well from Ollie. So already battles are starting to form right down the field as well. But we can also see some battles going down the back as well with Grismo and Bosley as well. So very interesting start already, but already a clean start from Rainbow. As I was just saying, he clipped the corner a little bit. That looks like he's okay. But we got Willie Blackhammer, who is on a roll at the moment, but Ollie is catching up on him. Ollie's going to see if he can try and make a move down the outside of Willie Blackhammer. Can he do it? He can possibly do it through the start-finish straight, which can be done. This is done very nicely, and yes, he does. And he is up into third place already. Incredible stuff going at the moment. And we've also got Pinecone closing in on to Willie Blackhammer as well. So Willie Blackhammer is definitely under pressure. He seems to be staying a bit on pace at the moment as well. So getting very close between these drivers as much. They are bunched together quite a lot. And don't forget, these tyres will be lasting to the end of this race. So they've got to make sure they manage these tyres effectively and controllably as well. So, and also fuel as well, to make sure they have good fuel management. These fuel should last until the end of this race. That is what's going to happen, as Pinecone is now under pressure from Dubersky right now. Let's see if I could go on board. Let me just get my on-board camera. There we go. Dubersky is under pressure from Pinecone. Pinecone is under pressure from Dubersky. He's trying to make a move, and we also got some move right down the midfield there. We got Willie Blackhammer and Pinecone up and at it as well. Willie Blackhammer managed to make through to P4, but Pinecone's trying to make a move. And we also got some battles up in front. We got Willie Blackhammer and Ollie as well. That is the battle we're trying to see. Look, Ollie is trying to make moves after moves after moves. Absolutely crazy. It's amazing that they're not making as much contact as they have, which is absolutely brilliant to see coming up then. So going towards the start finish straight at the moment. We are already on lap 5 of this climatic, and I think we've got the battle for the lead. I think that's what you want to see right now, and that is what you'll get. So here we go then. The battle for the lead is separating by 5/10 of a second right now. It's getting very, very close. I know I keep saying it's very, very close, but it is. No matter what, you can see a battle going on. It is quite hard to track the battles because it's so close. Closer than most leagues on Project Cars too that I have commentated on. So should be fun, as Rainbow seems to be pulling away a little bit, but we've also got Willie Blackhammer catching up as well, 1 second behind David as well, but we got him under pressure from Ollie there. So about 3 or 4 tenths separating him at the moment. So it's incredibly good. All 10 drivers seem to be intact. Rainbow actually has got a time penalty, so not the best from him. Let me just check also quickly what time penalty Rainbow has got. Rainbow has got a 5-second penalty, so quite a big one, and it'll be interesting for fuel as well. So I've got the speedo up for you as well, just to keep you up to date. Now, Dave has lost a bit of time. I don't know why. Probably over a bit of contact and a bit under pressure, but he is under pressure from Willie Blackhammer now. What is Willie Blackhammer going to do? Is he going to challenge Dave Alex in the green livery? We'll just have to wait and see. Another opportunity in the start finish straight. They don't have advantage. They don't have curls or DRS like the other cars, but they have slipstreams to make it work. It is quite a tricky circuit to overtake because there's a lot of uphill corners and the circuit is quite short. So there is definitely less chances to overtake here at the moment. So looking incredibly strong between these guys at the moment. So a bit of a mistake for David. I think he took a different line to Willie Blackhammer at the moment. So maybe this can give Willie Blackhammer the advantage. But looks like Dave seems to be going back on the pace at the moment, catching up to our race leader Rainbow. Incredibly impressive at the moment. This is the closest battle we have seen. Everyone else is about 3 or 4 tenths per second adrift, so we'll see that as well. So let me know your thoughts on who is going to win the sprint race for the first round of Ginetta GT5 Leagues. Don't forget, I won't be commentating on round 2 because I will be on holiday next week in sunny, well, I'm not actually going to tell you where it is, but it is going to be sunny anyway, and I won't have my Xbox with me, so obviously I can't commentate there, but enough about that, onto the race. And I think we've had damage, yes we do, from iBluffer, and I think he's waiting for damage now. Don't forget, they don't pit as often because of these types of leagues, but it must have been his tyres were a bit too hot or damaged, I don't know. I didn't really see because there was battles towards the front. Now, that is interesting because you won't be expecting people to pit this early on, or not even at all. So, very interesting strategy at the moment. Everyone is on the slick tyres today for this race. They have one set of tyres to use, but obviously they may have a clean set of tyres for the main feature race happening in about 12 or 10 minutes time, so that will be cool. The gap is starting to stretch a tiny bit at this stage. Let me just get a glass of water. There we go. There we go. We'll sort it there. So, so I think Willie Hammer has far off the pace from Dave Alex now. Dave Alex seems to be catching up quite nicely there. But I think Willie Blackhammer, they both keep changing the pace every time, which is amazing. He's about 8 tenths separating between him and Alex. Who's going to come out on top here? The setup of Willie Hammer may be designed well for corners more than straights by the looks of things. He seems to be gaining a bit more on the corners but a bit less on the straight, so maybe he wanted to gain the setup for that, so we'll have to wait and see for that. And Pinecone's about 1.7 seconds separating between him and Willie Black. For Dubersky, he's about 1 second, so Pinecone could start to see a bit of pressure coming up in the next couple of laps. Also, we'll have to wait and see what happens for that one. And Leon the Sick One has got a question actually. Will you be hosting tomorrow's PC GT5 League? Actually, the PC GT5 League for Ginetta is actually broadcasted now. So if you are wondering where the PC stream is and wanted to watch the PC stream instead, it is on there. It's live as well as the PS4 as well. But I know most people probably want to stay for the Xbox One, so please stay for the Xbox One. That will be appreciated. But just to let you know, there is also the PC and PS4 leagues as well for Ginetta GT5. Tier 1, both of those will be commentated as well. So I'll be watching those after this, just so I can see what's happening with theirs. But I always like to watch other platforms as well. So pretty intense stuff. So Willie Blackhammer and Dave now 8/10 of a second. That is going to be the closest battle we're seeing on track at this stage. It is now bubbling. The stands are getting very, very excited that there could be battles awaiting to happen for this, which is going to be very, very intense for them. I mean, their hearts must be racing at the moment just to make sure they are on it and through it, to be honest. And this just makes it interesting, because if you win a sprint race, it gives you a lot more confidence going in to the main feature race, which is a longer race, a 40-minute. Well, you expect it to be an hour, but it's actually 40 minutes. And strategy can go into play. The gaps do stretch a little bit in this, but because the feature race is reverse grid, basically the person who is currently 10th will be starting on pole, and since everyone is finishing at the moment, touch wood, you can hear me touching wood right now, then it will be reverse grid. Basically, that is the order if you just joined us. So I don't know what happened, but I think I missed a battle happening. I think Rainbow has dropped way down the field. I don't know how I missed it, but he is dropping down. He's got no damage though, so he must have just spinned in the corner or something like that, and that's allowed Dave Alex to take the lead of this. Now, again, like I said, it is quite hard to track everything every time, so that's why I have missed it there. So I do apologise, but that is allowing Willie Blackhammer to catch up to Dave Alex then in the green livery. Again, green is my favourite colour, so Just saying that right now. Any livery with green I love, but obviously I am not allowed to show bias in these Ginetta GT5 Leagues, I can tell you that. So I'm not going to show anything, but we've got Pinecone now in 3rd place, catching up to Willie Blackhammer, 8th already. So the top 3 incredibly close, but I think they are about to lap the car in 10th, I believe, which is Ollie. I think they've already lapped iBluffer, but they're about to lap Ollie as well. So a lot of cars already not on the lead lap, but they have faster lap times. Now, Rainbow's got a 1:01. That is a very slow lap time at the moment. Is he going to struggle for grip? Is he going to cope with the possible damage that he has going into this? Or will he be able to last the full 7 minutes? We will just have to wait and see for that one. But can Willie Blackhammer hold on to Pinecone in 3rd place? We will have to wait and see. Let's ride on board with Pinecone then, doing absolutely well to try and capitalise on everyone else's mistakes. He managed to avoid the carnage that happened with Rainbow, him dropping down the field, and managed to keep it clean, which is absolutely brilliant to see. Now, people sometimes may get confused between the full Brands Hatch layout and the Indy layout, so that's why I was probably expecting a few more accidents, but luckily they have been practicing a lot, so that is why. We've got a few track limits from Rainbow and Dutchman as well, but right now let's concentrate on the leading battle for 1st place, basically, because all 3 of them are separated by 2 seconds, which is unheard of. Absolutely awesome to see them battle at this stage. And also, if any of you that are watching this either live on the stream, or if you're watching this back, put in the live stream chat or in the comments below, what is your favourite car, favourite livery that these guys are showing to you in this Ginetta GT5 League, and just say what colour or what driver do you think is the best livery, to be honest, because they all look pretty cool. So Willie Blackhammer, 8th, and Willie Blackhammer is definitely under pressure right now. His heart must be racing because he wants to try and get the position to Dave, but he wants to defend the position from Pinecone. So he must be on a full attack mode, but he's got to bear in mind that he's also got to be in a defensive mode as well. So you got to watch out for him. You got to make sure that he does it well. That he is set up his set for corners by the looks of things. So let's go back track side and see what else is happening. So also we've got Rainbow, who is 5th at the moment, and could Dutchman make a possible move on Rainbow? We will have to wait and see. Rainbow is back to his usual lap time, so that is very good to see at the moment. That is very brilliant, actually. And we've got Bosley trying to overtake VX. Again, apologies if I say the name wrong, but I think eventually once we finish this Villa League, I will know how to pronounce these names properly. Honestly, I will make sure that I will pronounce these names right. So don't worry, I will make sure of it. So 8 separating Pinecone. I think it was about 4 tenths. Oh my god, this is going to be very close indeed, as Pinecone is going to see if he can make a move down. I think he's going to make it stick at the moment. He's going to choose to possibly make a move down the start-finish straight, which is probably, like we said, the easiest to make a move and probably the wisest decision to make. Probably Pinecone is waiting for any of the top two to make a mistake. I think that's what he's waiting for right now, because if any of those two make a mistake, then that's game over, really. So he's got to make sure that he's on it. He is willing to do this and make sure that they do absolutely well to make sure that they keep the car intact, which he seems to be doing right now. It looks like for him, his race pace is definitely much better than his qualifying pace. There are a few drivers that are also showing that as well. So top 3 evenly bunched at the moment. This is going to get very, very interesting. We're down to the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this Ginetta GT5 League. It is all to play for. David's got to make sure that he defends for his life for the last 3 minutes or so. The OTL guys will probably go go crazy right now that he is doing ever so well. So keeping our fingers crossed that we can see some battles between these three for the lead, which will be amazing. If we see some great last lap battles, they'll be absolutely crazy right now. But I think what Pinecone is doing, he's definitely waiting for his mistake. Dubersky is the next on Pinecone's radar, but Pinecone is looking set to good in the top 3 at the moment. So Dubersky is settling for 4th, but separating between him, Rainbow's about 2 seconds adrift. Dutchman 5 seconds from Rainbow, and Grismo is about 8 seconds from Dutchman. So 9/10 now. It is even Stevens. Pinecone was looking to see if he can make a move, but he didn't want to at this stage. He chose not to, because obviously it looks like these guys are keeping it cautious. They want to do some clean racing, but as I was saying it, Pinecone seemed to try and make a move down the outside of Willie Backhammer. Can he do it? No, he doesn't. He had to get in a position. He had to stay where he is. He realised there wasn't a move that needed to be doing, and he stayed put. So he knew the line of Willie Backhammer and decided to stay where he is. So very good to see that they're all aware of what the other drivers are, especially if they haven't raced each other before. So you can tell that these drivers have had a lot of practice making sure they're aware of what is going on along around them, line, the track, and possibly they had a few social races as well to get used to them driving along side by side. This may be their first experience on Project CARS 2, so they're already getting used to the fuel, the assist. Most of these guys don't run any assist at all, but in any of the Project Car Leagues you can run with authentic assist, so any assist that the car has in real life, they can have on these cars. So I'm not entirely sure what the Ginetta GT5 cars have. I think I might have said GT3 a lot of times on the stream, so if I have, I do apologise, but it's because I'm used to commentating on the GT3s quite a lot, so that is probably why that is happening right now. So final lap then, due to this battle that's happening for 3rd, that's allowing Dave to switch the gap a little bit, but Dave can't become too complacent, as 2nd and 3rd are definitely hotting up their heels right now. I'm sorry we're concentrating on this battle a bit more, but it's a battle for the lead, and we've got to make sure we can't lose it, because we lost it with Rainbow about what happened and we bottled it. So we don't want to miss any opportunity that he has. So we've got the last 20 seconds then of this. Dave can't afford to go slow at this stage. I think once the time is up, they'll possibly have one more lap. It does depend when they cross the start-finish line. We've got 10 seconds. And Willie Blackhammer and Pinecone is going to try and make a move down the final lap. This is going to be absolutely amazing. They're banging wheel to wheel. But David, Alex crosses the start-finish line and he goes on to win the sprint race. Pinecone has got the... Oh, it's going to be close. Pinecone has made the move done on the last corner of the last lap. And he's gone into P2. What a great debut to his Project CARS 2 campaign. Well done, Pinecone. Willie Blackhammer definitely gave a run for his money. Absolutely brilliant stuff from him. And it's in P3, so your top 3 there right now. What a sprint race. Absolutely incredible. And we've got Dubersky going to finish in P4. So very, very exciting for these as well. So we've got Dubersky in P4. Rainbow started on pole. Bit of a shaky start for him, but he is in P5. So hopefully they'll be able to let me read the standings properly. So we've got Dave in P1. What a great opening. Pinecone in P2. Willie Blackhammer in P3. Dubersky in P4. Rainbow in P5. Dutchman in P6. VX in P7. Bosley in P8. Ollie in P9. He had a few problems there. And iBluffer, the only one to make a pit stop due to his damages, is in P10. So everyone has finished. So it looks like... It does look like there will be a reverse grid. Definitely a reverse grid now due to the fact that this is happening. So, a new lobby, well, not a new lobby, but the session will be changed for this 40-minute session. So, I have changed the screens while I do that. So, basically, there will be a reverse grid and it'll be 40 minutes long. So, basically, iBluffer, that finished in last place, will be starting on pole position, and Dave Alex will be starting in last position. Now, reverse grid orders definitely shake things up a little bit, because we need to see how these drivers that are not usually up at the front battle it at the front, and how are the front runners going to make it their way down the field. Now, we've seen the front runners show some very good race pace, so that can possibly show it through the race, so that could be interesting as well. Let me know your thoughts. Are the reverse people at the front of the grid like Bluffer's going to take a win, or do you think someone that is first in the feature race going to call his way up the field to win the feature race? We'll have to wait and see for that one. So, Joshua just asked in the chat, have you heard about the Ferrari DLC for Project Cars 2? No, I haven't. I haven't yet. So, I don't know. Is there meant to be a Ferrari DLC? I will double check right now. There is meant to be. There's a few leaks in the Xbox store. I'm not sure when it's going to come out. I'm not entirely sure. But apparently it's going to have some very good cars for a mixture of classes. No, it doesn't say when it's coming out, but I do believe it has been announced. So I am very excited about that, seeing what's happening. So I think we're just waiting for the lobby to recommence then. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that one, just to make sure that we can get a race for you underway for this 40 minutes. I think we're waiting to see if we can get some more drivers that will possibly missing in the sprint race and join us for the race. Because obviously we have 13 drivers that signed up and only 11 that joined us. So we're just going to wait until that happens then. But until how are you finding these Ginetta GT5 Leagues so far? Hopefully you're finding this entertaining and great to watch as well. To be honest, I've definitely found it entertaining as well. It's been really, really good so far, just to see these drivers battle it towards this, and yes, to make sure that they are more aware about what is happening right now. So very, very pumped right now to see how this feature race is going to unfold. So we'll find out what happens in a second. I don't know what they're waiting for. I'm not sure if they're waiting for me or if they're waiting for drivers, but I will find out in a second, and just to be sure about that. But hey ho, so I will tell you the PC results at some point, and the PS4 results at the end of the stream as well, so you can catch up with them as well. So I am super pumped right now. I'm absolutely super pumped. So, are you ready for the feature race then? Because I definitely am. I want to make sure that we get given so many good action for you right now. So, hopefully you are doing it. And Dave has said in the chat that he definitely found this race fun to race, obviously because he won. So that is awesome that he found that race fun, and he must be pretty happy and pretty chill for himself as well. But Pinecone, that battle for second place, absolutely mind-boggling. But any of those top three could have won that that sprint race. So it was all to play for. My heart was racing a million miles an hour whilst I was watching that stream. So absolutely crazy stuff happening right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens then and find out what we're doing. So I think, let me just check. I'm just going to check when we're starting a feature race, just to be sure I know when we're ready. If they were waiting for me, then I don't know, but hey ho. So strategy is going to be the same now. Going to be on slicks, but it's going to be less overcast than it was the first race, so we can expect the lap times to be a lot faster. So let's get, I think we're starting to get everybody to ready up at some point. I just got a message. Okay, we're just about to start. Thank you very much. So everyone is starting to ready up, which is absolutely good timing. And we are about to start. So let me just switch scenes in a second for you so you can get the action going underway. So it's interesting to see what the lap record is around here. But yes, so there is, interestingly, fact about the circuit is has 6 turns, mainly corners, but there's a few straights. So that's why we expect a lot of people to gear their setups due to these corners. Now, if you just joined us, hello and welcome to the Ginetta GT5 League round 1 in Brands Hatch Indy. Earlier on, we just had the sprint race where we saw Dave Alex take the win by around 1-2 seconds there. But what is going to happen then is the race order is going to start with the person who finished last in the sprint race, which is iBluffer. So he'll be the one that will be leading the formation lap underway then pretty shortly. So who is gonna come out on top here at the moment? We will just have to wait and see. And we can see more sunnier conditions as well. So maybe because it is almost sunset, I believe. So that is what's happening. So the countdown is on, and we are just going to. Oh, why are people going now? There we go. We're just waiting for iBluffer to go to the beginning of the field. So it's going in order of reverse grid. So obviously all 10 drivers have finished. So we've got Bluffer starting on pole with Ollie, who was in 9th last race in P2. Bosley, who was 8th last race in P3. VX, who was 7th last race in P4. Dutchman, who was 6th last race in P5. Rainbow, who was 5th last race in P6. Dabursky, who is 4th last race in P7. Willie Blackhammer, who was 3rd last race in P8. Pinecone, who was 9th last race, 2nd last race in P9. And our sprint race winner in last place at the back of the grid. So they're all starting to warm their tyres now. I'm not going to go too much for the formation lap because I've already explained about the formation lap already then. So they're getting into their 2x2 formation at the moment then. So we're going to see who's going to come out on top here. 40 minutes worth of action. They are starting to bunch together now for this lap to begin. This should be very interesting to see what happens. iBluffer is looking to have a very good start, so we're keeping our fingers crossed that he does that. We're about to cross the acceleration zone and about to go to the start finish straight. So it's now up to iBluffer or iBluffer to floor it. That will signify the start of the race. No one can overtake him until he decides to floor it. Can he do it? It is, I think, lights out. Yes, lights out, and away we go. And already we see the front runners starting to make their way up the field at the moment. But iBluffer managed to pull away from the mess of the field. A very good control start from him. Ollie in P2, keeping his position, and Bosley in P3. We're already starting to see people from the top field in the sprint race starting to make their way up through the field. So incredibly good stuff. As Dave Alex already from last place up into P8. So great stuff from him. His next stop is Dabursky at this early stage, and it's going to probably be 3 wide. I don't know how it's 3 wide, possibly 4 wide going into turn 3. So incredible scenes, unbelievable scenes shown to you right now. Absolutely great stuff. The 2 green liveries battling it out there, and Dabursky, I think, has defended that move quite nicely. Nope, he hasn't. Dave Alex has got the move done. Great stuff. Now up into P7 already. His next challenge now is Rainbow. Pinecone already in last place at the moment, but he's going to try and catch up to the man he was battling for in the last race, Willie Blackhammer. But right now, all of our attention is going to the beginning of the field. iBluffer, incredible start already. He has had no trouble at all by the looks of things trying to control that start, because usually in these types of feature races where it is reverse grid, you usually expect the people who are at the front of the field to bottle it, but he hasn't bottled it at all at the moment. He is flying at the moment, but we've got Ollie 6/10 of a second separating him, and Ollie is closing on him like a hawk at this stage. There's all to play for. You can possibly try and make a move, but we also got some moves coming on VX Grismo going right now, and we've got Dutchman battling as well, and Rainbow. Rainbow's going to try and make a move on VX there, as well as David as well. 4 wide going into turn 3. Absolutely mind-boggling. I know I keep saying mind-boggling, but it's absolutely crazy to see these battles already forming at these early stages of the races. This is what I like to commentate on. Loads of battles, loads of craziness here at Brands Hatch. The grandstands are up on their feet at this moment in time whilst watching this fantastic race. And it was almost a bit of wheel bobbling, but we've got the 2 green liveries, the 2 green Barla liveries fighting again. Dabursky and Dave. Looks like Dave has lost position from Dabursky again. Dabursky is up into P7. How is VX doing alongside these 2 guys? This could prove to be very, very interesting. Pinecone made his way above Bosley now. Great stuff from him. But we're going to see if VX Grismo can defend from these 2 guys. Maybe they will be possibly working together. Willie Blackhammer, I think, made the move done on Dave. Why didn't he make it done earlier on? But I think he must be slightly confident that about his position, that maybe he had a bit more confidence going into this race. But iBluffA, Ollie now separated by 4/10 of a second already. So unbelievable scenes here at Brands Hatch at the moment, and already great stuff that we possibly weren't expecting, but very glad to see here. Let me know after seeing this who you think is going to win. So let's ride on board with Ollie. He's closing on him. He's got a few chances to make the move. Possibly this straight coming up will be the best chance to do it, or possibly the start finish straight as well. Ooh, iBluffA went a little bit wide there. That's probably caused Ollie to gain a little bit more time going into the penultimate few corners of Brands Hatch here coming at the moment. So possibly Ollie can try and squeeze at iBluffa, but no, he has to stay put at the moment. Pinecone has got a time penalty at the moment. Will this affect him? I don't even know at this stage. We will find out pretty soon, as iBluffa is weaving all over the place, trying to do some defending there, but I think he's probably not used to defending as much. But Ollie doing very well to try and keep the car steady, but he's also under pressure from Dutchman. Dutchman has got the move nicely done, and he's up into P3. So what a battle we just seen there. Great stuff. So Ollie dropping his way down the field, coming through, but that means it's going to be even harder for iBluffa to possibly stay position, but you never know with these situations. Rainbow wants to see if he can get a podium position after the poor showing in the sprint race, because he wants to make sure that will there be team orders, or will Dutchman and Rainbow will they be fighting to the nail? We will have to wait and see, as they're all nearly side by side. They're nearly side by side. Actually, they're side by side right now. They're going to try, Rainbow's going to try and make a move down the inside of Dutchman. Dutchman tries to defend. Well, it's the other way around. I'm probably sorry. And Rainbow does very well, up into P3 already. Great stuff from Rainbow. His next target now is Ollie, the top 6, very close together. Indeed, by roughly about 3 seconds. This is absolutely crazy. Who knew this could never do this? But there was a Ginetta GT5 challenge in real life as well. Oh, I think there was a cone that Rainbow hit there whilst he was trying to defend from Ollie there. But Ollie has another chance to make a move down the outside of Rainbow. Can he do it? No, he makes it stick at the moment. He decides to stay where he is. But Dutchman is on Ollie's tail as well, and all. Willie Blackhammer is definitely making his way through the field very nicely. I know I keep saying very nicely, but he's doing it so well, but he's also under pressure from David Alex. Here he goes. A bit wide from Willie Blackhammer, but Dave Alex will probably be able to capitalise on that mistake there and able to do very well, closing in the 4th, 5th and 6th. Very bunched together right now. Any points, to be honest, is crucial at this stage, but the more points they get is crucial for the championship. But Dutchman Dutchman managed to defend off Rainbow. Rainbow's dropped again. Rainbow's also under pressure from the two Barlow boys, Dave and Dabrowski right now. So he's losing a bit of positions again. Maybe he's overtaking may need a bit of improvement. Maybe he might think that his overtaking may need improvement, but you never know. As you can see, the field very close together. But because of this, iBluffer has already pulled away very nicely. He's about 2 seconds down. 2 seconds down, excuse me. 2 seconds clear of Ollie right now. I think Ollie made the move down on Dutchman, I think. But they're very close. It's possibly going to be 3 wide. Going into turn 1. Maybe Willie Blackhammer. Oh, Willie Blackhammer's gone wide. And he possibly nearly hit the wall. But luckily he avoided the wall. But he has dropped positions. And he's down in P7. Oh, what a shame. It was looking like to be a very strong start from him. But that mistake costed him. And now Dutchman to go into P3. The battle for 2nd and 1st is changing all the time now. That's allowing Dabrowski to gain his position. He was able to capitalise on that mistake. Great stuff, especially in these feature races. You've got to be alert all the time. You've got to be alert also what the other drivers in front of you are doing and see if they're making a mistake. Now Dabrowski's going to try and make a move on Rainbow. He does that very well. His next stop is Ollie. Oh, and Ollie's gone wide. Almost a bit of contact. Oh my gollyard. What has happened? Oh, there might be a bit of damage from him. Not much damage by looks of things. I've still put in the wall though. That probably didn't help. That probably didn't help Willie Blackhammer. But Jordan now then Dabrowski managed to go up into P2. Rainbow in P3. But as you can see right now, Dave Alex is already on the back of Rainbow. But oh, we got another collision. We've got Dabrowski. Dabrowski is at exactly the same point as possibly Willie Hammer. So that is a bit of a shame right now. So he's down into P7 right now. Pinecone could catch him, and Pinecone could possibly make a move in the final corner. Yes, Pinecone does that with ease. So Dabrowski in P8. What a shame right now. But I think Dave Alex has already started from last to P2. So I was already predicting some of the front runners were going to make their way up the field, and Dave Alex has done that with no problem. So can he catch up to the pole sitter iBluffer? We will have to wait and see going to this. If you just joined us, hello and welcome to the 4-week filler league, which is happening the AOR Ginetta GT5 League. We've got 27 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. We've got to battle the 2 blue cars coming on the final straight coming up with Dutchman and Rainbow. Let's see what they can do. Dutchman does very well to try and defend. Rainbow has got to be on a very good attacking move right now. And this corner is very tricky to overtake. Can they do it? This is getting insane between these drivers now. They are all fighting head to toe the nail. They want to score as many points as possible. They want to finish as high as possible. And possibly this track is probably the best to do it, because a lot of people like racing in Brands Hatch Indy racing, a lot in Project Cars too, or being on it in real life and watched races race, especially the BTCC that happened as well. So let's see what happens. Going to the start for the straight then. Rainbow could possibly have another chance to try and make a move on his teammate Dutchman. but looks like he can't at this moment. Going through the Palmer Sport Bridge, I really don't know what the corners are. I promise you, by the next stream, I will know what the corner names are, so I could call it properly. Because otherwise, I'm gonna say, oh, it's that corner there, and that'll be absolutely weird to say it in that way. So, Justin Graham has just said in the chat, we need to work harder. But he's actually doing not too bad, trying to defend there and trying to attack. But he just lost a few positions. And down into P5. Don't forget, it is the feature race, so they all started in last place. And whilst that was happening, I think Dave Alex has made the move on iBluffer. So Dave Alex gained a lot of time from iBluffer, and Dave is back in the lead of this Grand Prix. It could possibly be that Dave Alex could gain maximum points for this round, but can iBluffer handle the pressure of Rainbow now? iBluffer did ever so well to hold the lead for the last 15 minutes or so. Absolutely incredible stuff from him going into this. So can he possibly gain a podium position, which I think most of you guys will probably want to see an underdog get a podium. That'll be absolutely brilliant. That will be a good story to tell for AOR. But again, I am trying not to show biases. So any of these guys could do very well if they take the win as well. So incredible stuff. Dave Alex already starting to fall away from the rest of the field. Just goes to show how good his setup is. Or it might be. I think it's default setups. I do apologise. It is default setup. There we go. But that's what makes it so interesting. So under pressure from Rainbow, and we've also got some battles midway through the field as well. We've got Dubersky and BX battling here for 6th place. 6th place is absolutely vital for these guys to score as much points as possible. Can they do it? Let's see. Dubersky's doing ever so well. Possibly Dubersky and Dave are on the party together, and they'll be working out absolute socks off to try and do what's best for the team. Because they were fighting for position, but they both managed to keep the car together, and that's why they're still where they are now at the moment, which is really brilliant to see. But can Dubersky hold on? VX almost went through the wall there. iBluffer has managed, I think, has dropped a position, so he's up and down into P4 now. He is a bit slower than the other guys. Let's look at the lap time. Dave is on a 50.8. Rainbow's one, I think, is the fastest guy on track right now with a 50.6. I think Willie Blackhammer is the fastest, and that's caused him to overtake his iBluffer as well. He was on a 58 last lap, now he's a 51. So the fastest guy this lap was Dave now. So it can all change, it depends when the track temperature changes, because don't forget, when it is sunset, you can expect lower lap times, lower grip, possibly, and you've got to warm up your tyres just a little bit more in the formation lap, and that's why you were seeing a lot of weaving. That's why you were seeing a lot of weaving during this, during the formation lap, because they needed to warm up their tyres more than they would early on in the day, because it's 4 o'clock in game time at the moment. Obviously, it's about 9:05 here in the UK. Here in the UK for the Ginetta GT5 stream, of course. Let me know what you think of the stream so far. If you are liking the AOR content, please make sure you give the stream a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Apex Online Racing and turn notifications on so you know when to expect a video next. Outside of Project Cars, if you are an F1 2018 fan, sign-ups for Season 16 are launched right now. It launched at 12 PM UK time today, and they are available for the European, Oceania and American regions. So if you are interested and want to sign up, please do. And if you do make it to the top tier, so like F1 for both PC, Xbox One and PS4, the streams for those will be at different times this season for Season 16 to make it more interesting to watch. So the stream, well, the calendar does start on the 30th of September, and the Tier 1 stream will start at 10 PM for the PS4. For PC will be 8 o'clock as normal, as well as all the other tiers will be starting at 8 o'clock as well. And at 9 o'clock will be the Xbox One top tier for F1 there. But let's go back to the battle that we're going to see then with, I think Willie Hammer's made his way past Rainbow, so great stuff there as well. Willie is probably following Justin's advice. Justin was probably speaking in his mind or in a party or something like that. I don't know, probably must be his mind. Rainbow could possibly try and make a move. Let's see if he can make a move. Let's just go on board. Let me just see if I can go on board. Yes, I can. Rainbow is about 2 attempts separating between him and Willie Blackhammer. Can he take second position back? It can be done. It can be possible. It is quite hard to overtake on these sets of corners. A lot of overtakes, again, like I said, do happen. Definitely do happen in the start finish straights a little bit more. So it'll be interesting to see how Rainbow does. See if he can gain position back. He possibly can do it in the final straight. So here he comes then towards the final straight. We are on almost approaching lap 23 for these guys. We are on lap 23 now. Can Rainbow get the move done going into turn 1? They obviously went past the pit straight. There we know pit stops, of course, unless the guys have any damage, of course. So that is what's going to be happening at this stage, as Willie Blackhammer actually broke the road time there. He was able to gain some speed, able to gain some momentum as well. So incredible good stuff from these two guys fighting it out as well. So closest battle on track right now, of course. Dave is also pulling away due to the battle they go. Oh, Rainbow's going to try and make a move. Let's go on board track battle then at the moment. Let's see. Let's go track battle with these two guys now as they are closing in. This is going to be absolutely crazy between these two guys. Rainbow's dropping the pace a little bit now. He's 4 tenths down. Could possibly be 3 tenths down at the moment. Rainbow last lap was a 51.6. Willie Blackhammer was a 51.3. That was his closest lap time. Dave is the fastest right now, these guys, with a 51.2. But we got his teammate fastest with a 51.1. So that is what we were expecting at this stage anyway with these type of lap times. But we probably weren't expecting who was going to do it. iBuffer doing very well on a 52.1. That is actually not too bad of a stuff, to be honest. That is good stuff. So we've got 18 minutes left. It is all to play for, as Dave Alex is about to lap the car in the yellow, which I do believe is either Bosley or Ollie. No, it is Bosley that he's been lapped for. So there we go. iBuffer is 4th there, I know. But Rainbow's going to try and see if he can close in on to Willie Blackhammer. Once again, he's 1 tenth now. Let's see if we can follow this trackside battle. I'm going to keep the trackside battle cameras on for this because we want to see those battles go side by side. I wonder if they can read my minds right now. Willie probably read Justin's mind. Can he read his mind? Again, we shall see. We shall see. So the shadows are starting to become more prominent as well, so visibility may be a bit down at the moment as the sun starts to set. It does look like in the game it's got autumn type feel because it has autumn leaves. Don't forget, we are in the autumn season now here in the United Kingdom. Some of you guys have now gone back to school in the UK. If you have, I hope your stay at school was good. To be honest, you probably got used to having 6 weeks worth of holidays. You going back to school today or yesterday was very difficult. Oh! Who was that gone wide? Was it Ollie or was it Bosley? It was Bosley that's gone a bit wide there while trying to avoid 2nd and 3rd whilst he was being lapped. So, what a shame that happened right there. But but we just got to make sure that that doesn't happen as much. We just got to be more aware to be sure about that. They seem to be alright at the moment. A lot of people have got time penalties. Let me just see what time penalties each of these guys have got. Let me just see. So Dave Alex has got a 2-second time penalty. Rainbow's got a 1 second. We've got Lebersky with a 1 second. Dutchman with 1 second. Ollie with a 2-second time penalty. And Pinecone with a 2-second time penalty. The only ones not with a time penalty is iBluffer, Willie Blackhammer, VX and Bosley. So 4 of these drivers not having time penalties, everyone else doing. But Willie Blackhammer and Rainbow are still fighting for second place. They may not get the win, but second place is even more crucial. We'll just have to wait and see what happens when they go to the start finish straight. Then let's see, going into turn 1, who's got the more downforce speed? They're starting to get their headlights on, obviously due to the visibility. Of course, a few people have got their headlights on, a few people haven't. So maybe it must be personal preference, or it might be that they have to have their headlights on. To be honest, I personally don't know what they have chosen. They've chosen for that. So again, it depends if they can see much of the sun. Let me just go on to actually, for your benefit, let me just go to cockpit cam to see what they can actually see. Willie Blackhammer, the sunset keeps flicking at times, but can get a time, especially when you cross the start finish straight. You can get some times where the sun just glares at you, especially if the sun gets low. But it's actually, for the side of things, according to his cockpit cam, he doesn't look that bad. So possibly that is why you possibly don't need your headlights on. I don't know, but again, it must be down to personal preference. People might have different views and they can't see. There we go. And right now, this battle is shaping up to be good. Rainbow is now 9/10. So Rainbow has dropped the gap ever so slightly, but not incredible, not by a lot. So we're riding on board with him now. See if we can try and make the move. We could possibly follow Dab and iBluffer in a minute as well, because that's another close battle, as well as Ollie and VX. Again, I will know how to pronounce this person's name as the season goes on, so don't you worry, any of you guys that don't know what is happening right now. So we have got some battles coming up. Pinecone, let me just see a second. Pinecone is battling over Ollie right now. Let's see who's going to make it move stick. Is it going to be Ollie? Is it going to be Pinecone? They are battling wheels. There's a bit of contact between the pair of them. And Ollie's been forced off the wall. Oh, he made a little bit of a mistake there. Pinecone decided to slow down as well. Pinecone, I think he's slowing down due to the fact that he owned up. Yep, he is slowing down a bit. But I'm not sure whose fault it was. It might have been a combination of the both, but I'm not going to judge anything because I am a commentator. So yes, that's why I can't judge anything right now. So it was quite a close battle between these guys before they touched wheels. So it was a bit of a shame for Ollie, but Ollie, I think Pinecone realised that he was in the wrong, and I think Pinecone let Ollie through. So that's good sportsmanship from Pinecone. Brilliant stuff. Great to see. Not many drivers do that in the Project Cars 2 League, but the battle we are seeing now is still creeping up. Rainbow versus Willie Blackhammer. Oh, Hamer. I think it must be Hamer, not Hammer. I don't know why it says... Oh, is it... If you're watching the stream back, is it Hamer or Hammer? Do you pronounce it like Haim or Ham? It's probably Ham. If I pronounce it like Hammer, then I probably got it right, but hey-ho. So anyway, 3 tenths now separated. Let's go on board with them again. I'm just looking also at the fuel as well. Them seem to be fine. Rainbow, you can see, is trying to close in. You can see Dave pulling away from the background. They were forced. He was forced 4 seconds clear a moment ago. Now he's down to 3.6. Not a lot, but Dave was the fastest lap the last lap. It'll be interesting to see who's the fastest lap this lap. Rainbow could possibly get another move done. Let's see right now. Going into the start-finish straight then. This is going to be nail-biting. Rainbow has the headlights. Willie Blackhammer does not. So maybe the visibility for Willie Blackhammer can cost him. But no. Rainbow's decided not to for him to bat out this early stage. And also speaking, Rainbow's trying to make a move. Almost banging wheels again. Almost possibly the same mistake that Ollie has done. So almost the same mistake, but luckily it wasn't the same mistake, so that was good. They managed to keep it together and keep it on the track, which is very good to see. Rainbow already up into P3 already, so he's looking to score some points anyway. But in round 3 onwards, I'm going to see if these guys are also available for interviews. So we will make sure that we will get these guys available for interview at some point. So we will see about that. As the last 10 minutes approaching, it's a home stretch for them. Possibly it could be the longest 10 minutes of their life, especially if they haven't raced Project Cars 2 before. Rainbow, you may know him from the GT3 Leagues Tier 1, and also he races for IndyCar as well. He did very well in IndyCar last time about as well. So possibly his increase of confidence is making him do well in the feature race. Maybe longer races for him is where he shines the most. That is why he's got a little bit more race pace when it gets to much longer races. So that is probably why right now. Now it's time to get your drivers of the day. Oh, why does my mic keep going? Anyway, your drivers of the day. Who you think's gonna get it? Who do you want to get driver of the day based on their performance from the sprint race? I nearly said stream race there, silly me. And Rainbow is going to try and make a move on Willihammer. Oh my god, Willihammer has gone again. What's happened to Willihammer? Was there a bit of contact I saw? That might have been. Not a lot though, but Willie Blackhammer is now down in P3. Rainbow, I do believe, has got a penalty again. 1 second. But Rainbow's now up into P2. He has now 9 minutes to see if he can catch up to Dave now, which it can be done. It can be done. Rainbow was fastest the last lap. Let's see if he's fastest this lap. Let's check the lap times. The lap times here was a 151.8 for Rainbow, 151.1. No, not 151. 51.8 for Rainbow, a 51.1 for Dave, a 52.8 for Hammer then due to that incident, and Bursky's a 151.4. So can he possibly catch up to Willie Blake Hammer? We'll just have to wait and see about that. iBluffer had a very good start to the race, but I think, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think the pressure got to him. I think that's what happened to cause him to lose position, which was a bit of a shame. But he's doing ever so well to make sure that he stays not in last, which I think will be an achievement in itself, not finishing last, because that's what I do in Project Cars 2 races and in F1 races in general that I take part in. I just don't want to finish last. If I don't finish last, then it will be absolutely fine. And that is probably what he's thinking in his head right now. That's probably what he's thinking in his head right now. So you never know with these type of situations, as we said. So here we go as the last 7 minutes approaches. Dave Alex doing a splendid job. He probably won't be expecting 2 wins in a row, but he's on his way to do it at the moment. He's made his way from 10th from starting last in the feature race, because obviously the feature race, it's reverse grid. So basically I was predicting he would make his way out of the field, but I wasn't predicting he would be still leading. So it just goes to show that he's absolutely a good racer in these GT5 cars. These GT5 cars are an absolute incredible machinery to drive in these conditions. Absolutely insane. The amount, the speed, the engine just definitely just does sound absolutely gorgeous. It definitely does. And I really do hope you guys like the engine as well, because it is glorious. I did drive the Ginetta GT5 once in at the Wacky Race Social that King Kodiak hosted for AOR. And that was, I think it was out in the middle of August, I think it was. And that was really good fun driving in that. I absolutely love driving these cars. They are awesome. And I think that's what gives it an absolute buzz. I wish I could do that, but you never know. You never know with the situation. Let's see what other battles we've got. The gaps are starting to increase as we get towards the last 5 minutes or so of this Grand Prix, this Ginetta GT5 League. Don't forget, if you are liking the stream, don't forget to click the like button and turn notifications on so you know when to see a video from Apex Online Racing next. And a few of these drivers will be using an Elgato to record or stream highlights of their Ginetta GT5 races. And we are powered by the amazing Elgato as well. So, if you're interested, go onto the Elgato website and you can get amazing products. You can get the HD60S, which is what I'm using to stream this lovely stream right now. You can also get the Cam Link, where you can record your camera directly to your PC through OBS, like your video camera. You can also get the HD60 Pro, where you can connect directly to your motherboard. I think that's how it works, and get content. I think the same you can for the 4K as well, 4K Pro as well. You can also get a chat link. I do believe that's America only at the moment, but I know I'm still waiting for one. So as soon as it comes on stock in the UK, I'm going to be trying my best to get it, because I think it's very, very good, especially if I do PS4 streams. And also there's a green screen that AOR Elgato provide as well. We are also powered by Thrustmasters and GT Amiga Racing as well. So thank you to all our sponsors who have provided AOR with some great support so far. It's been absolutely amazing. And if you want to record your highlights, if you're on the console, make sure you get the Elgato, because to be honest, it's pretty cool. And if I do say myself, it is just amazing. So, final 4 minutes of this race, and Dave is leading. I'm just going to see if any battles are starting to emerge. We've got Ollie possibly catching up to Pinecone. No, Pinecone catching up to Ollie, I mean, excuse me about that. Let's see if we can go on board. Let me just do that. There we go. The start for this train. Pinecone could possibly make a move. Maybe Pinecone can do the possible move that he has done at the feature race. Oh, a bit of lag from Ollie there. That probably didn't help Pinecone in the slightest, ever so slightly. Possibly Pinecone could make the move done. But no, he can't at this moment in time. He's got a few more chances to do so, luckily. Pinecone doing his best to recover. It's probably not the results he wants from the sprint race. Oh, he's slowing down. Oh, no, he's not slowing down. I think he's been lapped. I think that didn't help him. He's been lapped. That's what confused me a little bit. But Bosley's way down the field at the moment. But to be honest, if you do well in one race, you could possibly, if you do well in one race and you don't do well in the other, it doesn't matter, to be honest. But to be honest, what Dave is showing it is consistency. But interestingly, the gap is now 2.9 seconds, and interestingly, Dave could possibly not get a win. But let's follow the battle with Pinecone then, and Ollie then. Let's just see what happens here. After going into the penultimate few corners of this last few. Coming up for you right now. So here we go. As Pinecone is... Oh, Pinecone's in the gravel! Oh my god, I think I had a bit of commentator's curse. I probably said a few commentator's curses throughout the race. I do apologise. So that's allowed Ollie to comfortably be in P8. Now let's turn our attention back to the penalties then. Because Dave has got to find a bit more pace because Dave has got a 2-second time penalty. But I think he'll be okay because Rainbow's got a 1 second. I'm not entirely sure, but he can't afford to lose. If he loses 1 more second, then Rainbow will take the win. So, to be honest, I don't really like having races decided on penalties, to be honest. I really don't. So, oh no! Ollie's gone wide as well. Oh my god. When I say I don't want a race to be decided on penalties, he's giving me commentator's curse again. Oh my Gilliard. Oh my Gilliard. So, I think Dave should be fine taking the win, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to say much at the moment because it might change due to penalties. The two of them might get more penalties. We'll have to find out. So Dave's got to do his best to try and get the pace done as well. So, here we go then. The final lap of this feature race for the Ginetta GT5. As I think Dave is about to lap Pinecone, I believe, or XB. I'm not entirely sure who he's about to lap. So we've got Dave Alex. Here we go. Dave Alex has done very well. Possibly the penalty might have cost him a little bit, but pretty much everyone's got penalties except Hammer, XB, and Bosley, and iBluffA. So it's not iBluffer, it's iBluffA. So again, I will learn to pronounce these names correctly. So do not worry here. So here we go then. Basically, now the time's run out. The final lap, when the race leader crosses the checkered flag, that is when the race finishes. If you're wondering what's happening, so Dave's about to cross the start finish line. Will he take the win? Will it be based on penalties? Let's see. Dave crosses the line, but does Rainbow take the win? No, he doesn't. So looks like Dave Alex has still got the win then, with Really Black Hammer taking 3rd. So almost a replica of what it was in the last race, but except Pinecone was in 9th. And Dabrowski finishing in P4. Great stuff from him. iBluffer in P5. Still a bad result for him. He started on pole and he probably wasn't expecting to win, but he still did very well to maintain P5. So great job here. So your final race results here. Dave Alex taking the win, his 2nd win. So taking the maximum points in Brands Hatch today, which means he leads the Drivers' Championship. VSR Rainbow takes P2. What a better comeback than he did in the sprint race. That should be incredibly happy. He should be incredibly happy with that. Willie Blackhammer in P3. Dabrowski in P4. iBluffA in P5. TR Dutchman in P6. BX Gridmo, or how you say his name, in P7. Ollie in P8. Pinecone in P9. And Bosley rounding up your top 10. And the good news is all 10 drivers that raced tonight have finished. So brilliant stuff. Absolutely fantastic. No retirees. Well done. First races that I commentated in a while where it's done that. And to be honest, not gonna lie, and I'm not just saying it, this is one of my favourite races to commentate on AOR on Project CARS 2 so far. By a country mile. I can tell the Ginetta GT5 Leagues is going to be so much fun to commentate. I wish it was a longer season, but it's been fun. It's been really fun to watch these. There's been a lot more close battles than you might expect, but a lot of these guys did say to me that the Ginettas were a lot faster and closer and stuff like that. So it was fun. It was fun. So thanks to the drivers for definitely putting on a show, and thank you to our sponsors as well, Elgato, Thrustmasters, and GT Amiga Racing. Also, thank you to our coordinators, our admins, our moderators for making the leagues happen as well then. And also, make sure you check out the new website for AOR as well. It's been out for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's been absolutely amazing. And make sure you check it out as well. So that is great as well. So don't forget, for F1 2018, Season 16 sign-ups are open. So if you want to sign up for that, check the AOR Twitter for more information and for the links. There are still a few places for the Ginetta GT5 for Xbox One. If you're liking what you've seen today and you want to sign up, there's a few places left, and you can sign up for the remainder 3 races of the season. And unfortunately, like I said, due to me being on holiday next Wednesday, unfortunately I can't stream next week. But we'll be back with another stream for Ginetta GT5 on the 19th of September. So make sure you check it out then. But until now then, I've been JessGame95. I hope you enjoyed the race. And I won't be commentating for AOR now for a few weeks due to me being on holiday. So the next time you'll hear me commentate will be the Dirt 4 race on the 15th of September. So that's when you'll next see me commentate. So I'll be enjoying my week off full of commentary. But make sure you check the AOR channel for more streams such as iRacing. And that's the next stream for AOR. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.